Warning, the following show is not, I repeat, not financial advice. It is a review of my adventures into day trading and for entertainment purposes only. Investing carries extreme financial and emotional risk. Do not attempt or recreate anything you see in the show. Today is May 30, 2025, and this is episode 4. Hello and happy Friday. Hope you had a great week and you are ready for a new weekend. I certainly am. I don't know what it is about these short 4-day weeks, but they always kind of throw me off. So trying to cram 5 days into 4, I think, is the problem. But I'm ready for a new weekend. So let's just dive right into it. So we're going to start with the story so far style recap for new viewers. If you haven't been here, the story is that I'm starting my adventure into day trading, and I've got about $780 in my trading account. Right now, I'm trying to build up my trading capital so that way I can make day trading worth it. You know, if you have enough money to go in and even buy something, get in and out for an hour, if you can make a few cents on it, if you've got enough capital, that turns into pretty big rewards. So that's what I'm trying to do, and that's the ultimate goal. So this is usually where I get into my trade review, but today we're going to do something a little different. As you know, I bought QBTS as my first trade and did really well. I made about $200 on it, which was fantastic. Of course, now I'm hoping I'm going to hit a home run like that every single time. And because it did so well, I figured, you know what, let's re-up. Let's give it a second shot. I ended up buying 50 shares at $19.49. Which was a little on the high side, to be honest with you, but I figured it's been so volatile. It's gone up and down. It's definitely beat that number. It's been up to in mid 20s, I think it is. So I figured, I could at least make, 20 to 50 cents and feel very happy about taking that kind of profit. Sadly, that didn't work out so well. The market's been just terrible and all over the place. It's with the way things are, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow with tariffs or anything else. It's just been crazy and up and down. And long story short, I'm still holding on to it. I tried setting a extended hours limit order for 18.50. That way, we take a loss of about $1 per share, but in the grand scheme of things, considering how well it did the first time, we're still going to be way up. And I got close. It actually crept up. I think it was the night before. It crept up to 18.20 or 18.30, but not enough to reach the 18.50 to fill the order, sadly enough. So I'm still holding on to it. So we're going to keep at it. And bottom line is, this really is going to change my my whole investing strategy and how this works for now. So let's get into my updated investing strategy. So my goal, of course, is to do day trading, but with limited capital, that's really hard to do. I pretty much have to hit a home run with every single trade. And that's really hard to do when you're doing it in a single day. And for that matter, in a couple hours even, or, it could be literally within 30 minutes, depending on if you got a big spike in a stock. So I have to switch things up. My goal, of course, is to make profits. Really, that's the number one thing. Day trading is kind of secondary to all of that. So I really need to change how I'm doing things. Of course, doing these videos, it's partially about entertainment. Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? What's going to happen? There's some excitement there, and that's kind of part of the reason why I'm doing this on video, on camera, instead of just doing it without telling a soul about it. So the question is, why do people watch? Is it, are you waiting for me to fall flat on my face? Or is it about, seeing me win? And I think at the end of the day, that's really what people want to see. I mean, I do, I watch people and see what they do and like, hey, has this guy figured out the secret to doing all this? That's why we watch all kinds of stuff from, I made a note here, about making money or dieting or relationships or anything like that. We want to see some kind of progression. Hopefully, in my opinion, I'd rather see somebody win than see somebody lose. At the end of the day, I think winning is more exciting. It's more fun. And speaking of fun, this video is brought to you by me and my very fun webcomic called Bello Bear. Bello Bear is a lighthearted and humorous comic strip that I publish every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can find it on your social of choice or at bellobear.com. And you can sign up to get it delivered right to your inbox by going to the site. I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I do making it. Okay, back to the show. And just to say, I don't have any delusions of grandeur here, like I'm going to crack the code or something. That's not very likely. I hope I do, because then you're all here for along for the ride, and we can all make a heck of a lot of money. But I don't have any delusions to that effect. But who knows? We could have a winner. I mean, I'll tell you a quick story. So back in early 2000s, I want to say '02, '03, I think it was. Um, I was going to the casino a lot. I had a few games that I loved to play. I'm not a big slots guy or anything like that. The odds are just ridiculous. But I did figure out that they used to have a table game called Caribbean Stud, and it's like a 5 card poker game. So whatever you get in your hand, those 5 cards, that's what you get. Well, they have a bonus bet on the table where you put $1 in. Most of the time, you're not going to get anything, but I think it was anything over a flush, and you get a bonus payout, which I think flush was $50. Um, Full house was like 100, and then it goes up. But if you hit a royal flush, or I should say there's a jackpot, a progressive jackpot that keeps spinning every single time the dollar goes in the hole. The thing spins up and keeps getting higher. And it was around, I think, 160,000, 150, 160,000. Well, that's a nice chunk of change. Well, what I figured out and what I know is that the odds of you getting a royal flush are way better than anything else in the casino. I mean, we're talking like I think it's 1 or 2 million, something like that. I don't remember now offhand. It's been a long time. But, anything else, slots or whatever, you're talking 30, 40, 100, 200 million to one to win. So it's really the best odds in the house. So it's a matter of playing long enough. So I always said, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to win this one time. And I spent hours and hours at that table, and it took months. Bottom line is, it was 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, maybe even later, 4. And I was just like, okay, I've had enough. It was an up and down day. I never really lost. I still had money in my pocket, but I didn't hit anything big. So I was walking out the casino. I was literally at the door, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see how much I got. And I still had, I think, $80 or $100. Let me put a couple bucks down, and let's just see if we can do this. I've already been here for, I think it was like 6 or 7 hours at that point, way too long. But I said, all right, you know what? Let's just play this money, and then I'm going to go home. Sat down, and within about a half hour in, I'm looking at my cards and counting them out. There's 10 of spades, jack of spades, king of spades, ace of spades, and all I need is that queen of spades. And I don't even look at it. I just close the card. I put the thing down, put my money on top, and everybody around me is kind of watching. Like the guy next to me saw what I had, and he's kind of whispering to the guy next to him, and everybody's kind of on eggshells. And I asked the dealer, hey, I didn't look at the last card, so please turn them over one at a time, and let's see if I can win this thing. So, everybody else goes, they don't win anything, and then finally it's me, and he takes them one at a time, flap, 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 and he takes the last one, he kind of holds it up, and he looks at it as he's pulling it up, and then he just slams it on the table, and arms up, everybody's cheering, screaming, and needless to say, I won. So that was a really, really cool thing. And then I ended up, it was a good chunk higher than when I started. It was up to like 172 and change. It was an amazing night. And ever since then, like I've always figured, if you can figure out a way to get the odds in your favor, to do something where, you've got a shot at winning something. That's always kind of stuck with me. And doing this trading thing is no different. You're going to lose, you're going to win. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, can you get into a place where you've got a slow uptick, where you're heading in the right direction, whether you lose or win? At the end of the day, you want to win more. And then that's kind of my same philosophy doing this whole trading thing. So anyway, where was I? Let me look at my notes here, and we'll continue on. So anyway, I'm pivoting. I wanted to do finish a trade every single day and do a video about it every single day, do a full episode. But right now that's not happening. I'm going to change to day/short-term trading. And so it may be a few days, it may be a week till the new episode comes out. But what I will say is I am going to do a short every single day, or every single weekday at least, to go over where we're at with the trade, what the prices are, where the trend is going. Do I think we might be, selling that night or in extended hours, or are we just going to see what's going on the next day and just give you a general update. So back to QBTS. I'm really hoping I can get this thing sold for about $18 plus this weekend. I will definitely click that sell button as soon as I possibly can, just like you should click on the subscribe button right now. So that's it for today. We're pivoting, we're learning, and we'll keep going at it because I'm actually having a really good time with this. It's a little stressful, going up and down, and you never know if you're going to win or not. But I'm learning so much doing it, and it's fun. It's fun to talk to you doing this too. So I'm hoping you're enjoying it. And before we close, if you could please hit that like button, the thumbs up button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Have a fantastic weekend. Okay, bye.